Y'all sitting here going off on Chika when truth be told, it's a whole demographic out there just like her that need their ass whooped as well. Want to talk about it?
Let's talk about it.
I'ma tell these niggas, come on, you can eat it up. Ain't no need to listen, you can be all in these guys. I ain't explaining shit to niggas, that's ridiculous. How you left for one to get mad when they finish up? I'ma get some dick today. No, it's fine. I'ma get some dick today. It's so fine. I'ma get some dick today. We outside. I'ma get some dick today. Cause I'ma get some dick today. I'm gonna get some dick today. Cause I'ma get some dick today. I'm gonna get some dick today. Cause I'ma get some dick today. I'm gonna get some dick today. Cause I'ma get some dick today. I'm gonna get some dick today.
Let's get into it then.
Wait. Now, I love y'all, and I love doing YouTube, but y'all know YouTube be on that bullshit, and right now, it's quite literally the motherfucking ghetto. And listen, if you know me from way back when, then you know it's two things about your girl. Number one, I hate being anybody's best kept secret. And number two, if it don't make dollars, it don't make Scott no motherfucking sense, ho. So with that said, the best way to help me help you and keep the fun going is to join the Patreon, baby. Now I know I've struggled with consistency and whatnot in the past. I get it. But listen, baby, when I create a Fun is Impacted, then that makes it hard for me to do the content that y'all love, whether that be story times, commentary, hell, even my motherfucking music. Like, it makes it extremely hard to do. So I'm telling y'all now, if you're only experiencing me through this platform, which is YouTube, then baby, you are only getting half of the tea. So head on over to Patreon to get the full Scott Santana experience. And also, because a lot of people have been asking me like, oh, Scott, when you bringing your story times back, oh, what happened to the laptop? What happened to those videos like from 2016? That channel that I have that I was doing story times on, that channel from 2016 is no longer. But here's the good thing about Patreon. Now it's 2023. I'm older. I'm 30 years old. Well, a whole different fucking gender now. But listen, how cool and exciting and fun would it be if I went back and I retold some of the old stories that you guys knew and loved from me, but from a grown and sexy 30-year-old mature perspective? Like, how dope would that be? So make sure that y'all go down to the description box, you click on the link to get to my Patreon, and y'all motherfucking subscribe, ho. Definitely make sure that y'all follow me on Twitter, okay? Because I swear I be over there talking to myself. Like, I be live reacting and live tweeting in real time to the fuck shit that y'all be putting on Beyonce's internet. So definitely make sure that you follow me on Twitter so you can keep up with the engagement and what's not. And definitely make sure that you stream my music too, okay? Because I talk shit, but I also write hits, okay? So don't be dumb, bitch, because you ain't dumb, bitch. Back to the video. So I usually don't do this because I usually don't give a damn. But given the severity of the topics that we are discussing, okay, within this video, it does get a little bit heated, and you do see me go there, okay, with some choice words. And all I want to say is, listen, the point of this video is you do not get to move about the world in a way to where you are making everyone else unhappy, and no one is allowed to say things to get under your skin, okay? So do not feel as though this is on an attack on a whole community of people, or I'm calling out, you know, people that look a certain way, because I'm not. This video is intended for exactly who it's intended for, okay? Its intended audience is in the motherfucking title, okay? So please, if I ain't say it, then it wasn't said. But you do not get to go around terrorizing everybody and their mama, and the motherfucker is not allowed to say the things that's gonna hurt you and push your buttons. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Because anybody who watches my channel and knows me, y'all know I'm the motherfucker that's like, oh, you got this, that, and that you think is wrong with you, bitch. Let's embrace that. That's what makes you beautiful. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to this lady, no. Absolutely no. Absolutely the fuck not. You know, because it does get to a point where it's like, why are people allowed to go around terrorizing everybody else, and then motherfuckers not allowed to have a response? You kind of get people to a point, especially when they're frustrated, especially when they feel like they are the target of your attacks. You get people to a point where they feel like, well, maybe the world would be a better place if you weren't here. You know what I'm saying? So I know this video gonna be triggering for a lot of people, but please, if I didn't say it, then it wasn't said. Hear the message of the video that I'm trying to convey. What's going on, y'all? It's Santana, aka Chi. And we are back for another motherfucking Let's Talk About It, aka Chi-Chi's commentary girl, okay? And we just here to talk about the fuck shit that y'all put out on Beyonce's motherfucking internet, okay? And listen, I'm gonna be doing a little bit of roasting and gagging today. And I'm telling y'all now, I'm gonna probably trigger a few people with this video, but I'm not holding my breath anymore. I'm not. Because it's getting to a point where it's starting to become dangerous. It actually has been dangerous. It's been dangerous. It's been dangerous. And this is why the universe wanted me back. So I can give my fucking opinion, because motherfuckers not keeping it real out here. And we need to. We need to. Now, if you don't know what the fuck I'm talking about Chika. There's this rapper named Chika. Don't ask me what she sang, what she rapped in, what movie she played in. Girl, I don't motherfucking know. All I know is that she was down to the internet streets this week showing her motherfucking ass, because apparently she got on a plane. And like most of us who hear a baby crying, she was a little frustrated. Maybe she was trying to get her sleep. Maybe she was just trying to find her peace. Whatever. Hear a baby crying, she a little frustrated. She decided to go on Twitter and vent. And that's totally okay. But Chika, apparently, she's known for taking shit a little bit too far. So before we even get into this shit, no, this is not some one-off. No, we not about to protect black women and shit. No, we not about to, black women is the most disrespected in America. No, we not about to, as a dark-skinned black woman in America, we got that. We not about to do none of that shit. Because like I said, getting on a plane, hearing a baby crying, deciding an event on Twitter, that's one thing. Chika added about 99 other fucking things, and that's why everybody over here on her fucking ass. Okay, so let's just go ahead and dive right into it, because by this point, everybody know what the fuck going on. But just for a little recap, a little cheat cap, let's get into what actually motherfucking happened. Okay, so according to Bob.com, okay, and this is Chika right here, right? And apparently this is who she was talking about. Okay, spoiler alert. She was talking about Ms. Zanique, okay? And if you don't know who Zanique is, Zanique happens to be, attached to the Harris family, unfortunately. Story for another day, video for another day, commentary for another day. Okay? But we have Miss Chika. So Alabama rapper Chika. First of all, that's where we can stop right then and there. Because that's going to add a lot to my point. I didn't know she was from Alabama, but now that makes a lot of sense. And we're going to bring that the fuck back up. Once we get through all of this information and shit, we're going to bring that the fuck back up. Because, again, I'm tired. But the fact that she's from Alabama and was born and raised in Alabama, that says a lot. It says a lot. And we're going to talk about it. Okay? But Alabama rapper Chika is facing a ton of backlash after going off on Twitter about screaming toddlers sitting in first class during a recent flight. To Chika's surprise, one of the children was T.I. and Tiny's grandbaby Hunter, daughter to Zanique Pullins. Now, mind you, let me stop you for a second, right? So this article that I'm reading, obviously, is about a week later or days later at this point. So now multiple things have happened. We got family members that came out, But at the first point in hand in which Chika was tweeting, we didn't know who the fuck these baby kids belong to. We just knew that Chika was upset at some goddamn kids, and we was more so upset at what Chika was saying, which we are going to get into. So just keep that in mind if you still haven't wrapped your mind around everything that's going on, because there's multiple layers to this story. There's people that was mad at Chika initially for what she was saying. There was people that was mad at Chika because she's always getting into it or ranting about something. Then there's people that was mad when they found out who it was against. So there's layers to this shit, right? So obviously, again, this article that we're reading, it's a little bit late. So, it's giving us full detail. But when Chika's tweets came out, we didn't know who the fuck she was addressing. Chika didn't know who the fuck she was addressing. And had she knew, I highly doubt that this would even be a story, because I highly doubt that this would have even happened. Okay? Which adds to my point even more. But we're going to get to that. Let's go ahead back to the goddamn article. So, in the article, it says, on Thursday, June 1st, Chika took to Twitter to rant about the two toddlers across from her who were enjoying their tablets, but became startled after falling asleep on a red-eye flight. Keep in mind, red eye, I think that means like middle of the night, early morning, some shit like that, girl. It ain't normal hours, okay? The hickory dickory rhymer's sleep was therefore interrupted, prompting her to vent her frustrations with the children and their guardians on social media, using harsh language to get her point across. Now, aside from the last line that I read, the harsh language part, sounds like something everybody would do, right? Okay, like you got some badass kids on the plane, and maybe not even bad, maybe just kids that just won't shut the fuck up, and you tired, right? We all done been there. I know y'all like to run with this bullshit of, oh, protect the kids, protect. Listen, baby, how many of y'all shop at Walmart and ain't once questioned where them children at that's actually on a missing fucking... Because we could go down a couple of rabbit holes, okay? The way that y'all protect the children are the future, and yeah, y'all going up for Krishan to have a baby, to bring another mini Krishan into the world. So first of all, fuck the kids, because that's truly how y'all feel. So we're not going to sit and act like we mad at Chika because she going, no. It's deeper. It's because Chika took it way too far. Her being mad at a kid or her being upset that babies was crying is a natural human reaction. What would be even more of a human reaction would be to have some empathy and some sympathy, okay? For whoever's having to deal with that child, because the baby can't help how they communicate. But it is what it is. We stress communism, capitalism, all of that shit. Like, you on a plane, last thing you want to hear is a baby crying, and then especially in first class. So it's like, we with her up until this goddamn point, right? We with her up until this goddamn point. So, if you get into the goddamn tweets, Chika decided to say, she says, the lady next to me who thought it would be a good idea to buy yourself and your twin infants first class seats on a red eye flight, who just woke me up by bringing your screaming bastard to our seats to soothe her. I just bought $34 Wi-Fi at 4 a.m. to call you a stupid bitch. P.S. I hate you, and I hope you get a paper cut between each finger tomorrow, you senseless wench. Not only does it not stop there, but she keeps going. Like, are you literally mentally delayed? What makes you think a 1-year-old will shut their bitch ass up on a 7-hour flight that takes off at 1 fucking a.m.? You already had them up past bedtime. I don't care the circumstance. Take your ass to economy at least. I'm so pissed off right now. I already had trouble falling asleep. And as soon as I do, you bring the consequence of your sexual promiscuity into my life. I got noise cancellation on and I still woke up. Fuck you, hoe. Choke. See, now this is where it starts getting a little crazy. Because, again, we could ride for Chika. We could almost even kind of like defend her, you know, had it just been, okay, she upset. Okay, baby's doing too much. Okay, whatever. We all been there. Okay. But it's the verbiage, right, that she decided to use. It's the verbiage that she decided to use. Because a lot of it, you could tell, was venomous and hateful, almost evil. Okay? She says, you woke me up by bringing your screaming bastard to our seats to soothe her. I just bought a $34 Wi-Fi package at 4 a.m. to call you a stupid bitch. A senseless wench. Then she goes on to say, are you mentally delayed? Then later on says, you bring the consequence of your sexual promiscuity into my life. And if you start digging into the comments, right, you hear people saying, whoa, you hear somebody say LMFAO, then you say, you see somebody that says that girl looks like hell. Then, you know, you keep going and it says, yeah, there's some shit you're supposed to share and laugh about with the homies in private. This is the energy any person who's flown with fussy children has felt at one time or another. We just keep it to ourselves because we are not fussy children. And honestly and truthfully speaking, that was kind of like the general consensus of everyone, period. Like everybody was kind of on a page of like, girl, we understand you, feeling upset and you being a little bit annoyed. Like who wouldn't be annoyed at children that's crying? But you take it too far when you start calling them bastard children. You start taking it a little bit too far when you start assuming that the parent is a single parent. You start taking it a little bit too far when you're telling people to dot and choke. And it's just like, okay. It's like, okay. Right? And then people are dragging. When I say dragging, I mean dragging this girl on Twitter, rightfully fucking so. And that's kind of how I found out about the whole situation. Like, I found out about the situation through the backlash first before I found out through, the actual tweets. And I'm trying to find it now so I can pull it up. Let me pull it up with people with motherfucking slang. Okay. Because here's somebody who even said that they got into it with Chika a couple of years ago.
And Nicki Minaj, bitch, you so mad in the house trying to post my bitch. What my bitch post your big ass? How the fuck would you feel? Girl, was you on the verge of motherfucking end of your life, bitch, because you were so depressed and sad, bitch? You need to wake the fuck up, bitch. You I don't know what it is, but you tweeted about some, y'all love hyping up these light-skinned rappers. So motherfucking what, bitch? So what? If I want to play Ice Spice and shake my ass in the club, I want to play Ice Spice and shake my ass in the club. I ain't never hear a bitch be like, oh, yo, Nate, put on that new Chika. Because that shit is ass, bitch. That shit is whack. That shit is so whack. I had never heard a bitch play that new Chika. Because there ain't no motherfucking new Chika, bitch. There ain't no...
Let me go ahead and run that back. Let's run that back from the beginning.
Nicki Minaj, bitch, you so mad in the house trying to post my bitch. What my bitch post your big ass? How the fuck would you feel? Girl, was you on the verge of motherfucking end of your life, bitch, because you were so depressed and sad, bitch? You need to wake the fuck up, bitch. You I don't know what it is, but you tweeted about some, y'all love hyping up these light-skinned rappers. So motherfucking what, bitch? So what? If I want to play Ice Spice and shake my ass in the club, I want to play Ice Spice and shake my ass in the club. I ain't never hear a bitch be like, oh, yo, Nate, put on that new Chika. Because that shit is ass, bitch. That shit is whack. That shit is so whack. I had never heard a bitch playing that new Chika. Because there ain't no motherfucking new Chika, bitch. There ain't no new Chika to play with. You see, this is my thing. If you want bitch to fuck with you, make good music, bitch. It ain't that hard, bitch. Get a BBL, get some veneers, bitch, and there you go. Ain't that hard. You know the motherfucking Nicki Minaj, bitch.
And some people could be like, oh, that's harsh, right? Some people could hear that and be like, oh, that's harsh. Mind you, this was months ago, whatever, and apparently this is somebody who is known to have gone on rant several times before. I even remember when the whole super freaky grandma thing was going on, which I just did a video about. Go watch that shit, okay? With Lotto and Cardi B and how they trying to gaslight Nicki and Ice. But this is not the first time that Chika has gone off, just period, in life, right? And so I'm not really privy to what was happening with this whole Twitter Spaces conversation or whatever, but the boy went off. The boy went off. And regardless of what the fuck he was saying, everything that he said was kind of fucking true and could be applied here. Okay? Could be fucking applied here. Okay? Because when you look at Chika, she looks like and acts like, and based off of her previous tweets and things that I've heard her, I guess, tweet out and say, she seems like the, oh, woe is me type. The, oh, I'm not far enough because, and let's keep it a buck, because I'm not even about to dance around this shit. There is a demographic out there who uses oppression for selfish gain, right? We're not going to sit and act like racism doesn't exist. We're not going to sit and act like colorism doesn't exist. We're not going to sit and act like fat phobia doesn't exist. We're not going to sit and act like homophobia doesn't exist, right? We're not going to sit and act like there are not blocks that are in place to keep certain people and demographics and crowds of people from accessing and gaining access, rather, to certain points in life. We all know this. We all can agree on that, right? Then you have other people who either don't even apply themselves or don't go as hard or don't do anything at all and just sit back and yell out these trigger buzzwords, right? We have somebody who's already reached a level of fame that a lot of people is never going to see. Don't get me confused. Don't quote me. But I could have sworn I've once seen Chika at least on a BET Awards cypher. Okay. That's bigger and more mainstream than a lot of people are going to fucking see. Right. And of course, you always want to shoot for the top. You always want to go further. Of course. Okay. I'm not here to tell her not to. But my point is that what we're not gonna sit and do, like y'all like to do a lot, okay, every single fucking day, is sit and play the oppression Olympics, sit and play the oppression game, right? Sometimes maybe you just not that bitch. Sometimes maybe you're not. And as much as y'all love to yell out, protect Black women, and oh, we got it so hard, and oh, this, that, and the third, a lot of that shit is bullshit because y'all turn around and y'all treat the next bitch like shit. Look at how y'all are treating B. Simone over a misunderstanding. The lady literally, and I did a whole video on it, so you can go watch and view my perspective, okay? But B. Simone literally posted a Instagram story of her basically explaining to the public, listen, I'm not going to be focused on this yin and around the house type of shit. I'm going to just focus on this one area of my life. Here's the link if you want to join and be a part of that. And y'all took that and ran with it. And you got people saying, oh, she profiting off her best friend death and this, that, and the third. But then tomorrow is Black Girl Magic and protect Black women. And I'm somebody who believes that, accountability needs to be brought back. Shame needs to be brought back. But like, which is it? Like, you got to make up your mind. You got to make up your motherfucking mind. Because when it comes to Chika, she's one of those people where it's just like, you can tell she's come from a place where she's been sad. She's been broken. And a lot attributes to where she's come from, Alabama, okay, a place in the South that I can acknowledge that Alabama may not be like New York and it's not as progressive as New York. And I get that. But I still don't accept, nor do I like how delayed a lot of the thinking from these less progressive towns still is, right? I understand when you live in Alabama, you might grow up with a lot more challenges because you might be 2 miles from a place where they used to hang people in your family, right? I can understand that. I can understand you might be a couple of cities over from a place that's still considered a sundown town, right? And I can understand the effects that they might have on your life. But at some point, it's like, when does accountability come into play? At what point does therapy come into play? Because here's the thing. When you start trying to go out into the real world, especially someone like Chika, who now you're not only talking the real world, we're talking about like literally the world. Like, you're trying to become a mainstream rapper, trying to be global, right? So don't nobody give a damn what the fuck you was going through down there in Alabama. Don't nobody care if you was bullied and picked on because you were dark skinned and you were fat and you had curly hair or kinky. Don't nobody give a fuck about none of that shit. At some point, you got to grow the fuck up and deal with your trauma. Because every situation, every time your ass is called down to the carpet and it's time to be accountable, we're not going to blame it on mental health. We're not going to blame it on, oh, what was me? We're not going to blame it on, oh, protect Black women. We're not going to blame it on pick an excuse out of the goddamn sky, something that people are going to trauma bond. We're going to stop doing that in 2023. We're going to stop doing that in 2023. And see, I was supposed to go deeper and provide more receipts and this, that, and the third, but I don't even feel like doing all of that shit. I've arrived at my point of this video. I don't even feel like doing none of that shit. Because at the end of the day, it don't fucking matter. What happened in this situation is that the bitch's mouth was so motherfucking filthy and foul and filled with venom. It's like, okay, say baby, shut up, okay? Or fuck them kids. Like, right? Say fuck them kids, okay? A little harsh, but like enough to make people laugh because we all said fuck them kids. But then when you start saying your bastard child and your consequence, and it's like, okay, now that's going too far. And then the verbiage that you're using, the way that you're speaking sounds like somebody who used to be emo or might be emo. It sounds like that type of hatred, that type of sadness, that type of depression, that type of pain. Because I know y'all don't like labels and I know y'all don't like stereotypes, but they exist for a fucking reason. Because you're able to more easily group things together. And that's what the fuck it sounds like. So the same way that we could sit here and say, oh, an Ice Spice or this, that, and the third is benefiting from colorism, I can also sit back and say, okay, there's a certain demographic of people who every time shit don't go their way, we want to automatically blame it on certain things rather than, okay, what can I do to advance myself? What can I do to be better? What can I do to da? And it's not to say that certain shit doesn't happen, but at the same time, you don't get the right to go around terrorizing everybody and becoming a fucking public terrorist all because of what you've gone through. All because you have not had the easiest cards or the easiest, you know what I mean? Like easiest deck to shut. Like you do not get the right to terrorize people because your journey and your pathway was hard. And I'm sick of it. And I'm sick of people coddling motherfuckers like this. Because 9 times out of 10 it's usually the same people. It's usually the same people. And before people try to twist the words, listen, baby, y'all know I like to say every video. If I didn't say it, then it wasn't said. If I didn't say it, then it wasn't said. So I'm not attacking one subgroup, but no. I'm saying within every group, it ain't got to be just dark-skinned Black women. It ain't got to be just women. Okay, because even in the gay community, you got people that play victim. You know, even within the working class, you got people that play victim. Even within, you know, the industry, you got people that play victim. Like there's professional victims in every demographic. There is a subgroup of professional victims within every demographic of people, every community of people. So this is not no attack on people that physically look like Chika. I'm more so speaking to the people who intellectually and emotionally react and respond in the ways that Chika has proven to do so. All professional fucking victims. And I'm sick of it. I'm so sick of it in 2023. I'm so sick of it. And we could take it a step further. We could take this shit a step fucking further. Right? Because you have Zanique that then came out and said, wait, I'm in tears. Not Chika Boo was mad my child was cutting up in first class. You should have just sat there and been mad, babe. She's sky priority as fuck. And then Zanique doubled down on it and tagged her, right? Then you have Chika that went on to, let me take that off the screen for y'all. Okay? But then you got Chika that went and tried to then turn it into a whole mental health awareness thing. And oh my God, just try to take it some fucking elsewhere. And it's just like y'all fall for the bullshit every time. Then it's don't come for her. Because I even saw somebody say like, oh, just because Chika went through this, watch y'all words with her because you could be talking about your best friend that's fat. And it's like, no, bitch, we're not talking about our best friend that's fat. We're talking about her fat ass. We're talking about her. We're not talking about nobody else but her. Like, please stop trying, like, because I hate when people do that. The issue is on one person and we dragging one person and trying to make one person accountable for something. Listen, and I'm sorry, after a certain point, all the niceness is out the window. Considering the harsh words that Chika used, be lucky that all people is doing is calling her dark skin and fat. Please be lucky that's all people are calling her. Okay, because the words that she chose to use, okay, her choice of words, be lucky that that's all people are using to call her. Okay, but please don't try to make what's happening to Chika an attack on all dark-skinned women, an attack on all fat women, an attack on all rappers, an attack on all, like, no, bitch. No. Give it up. No. Absolutely the fuck not. And then what fucking happens next is she starts spiraling. She starts blaming her mental health. And again, I did not know this girl. I did not know this lady before any of this. Again, I heard the backlash before I knew what the fuck was going on. But apparently, this is a habit of hers. This is not the first, second, third, or fourth, or fifth time that she's done this, where she started a controversy, then has backed out, blamed Twitter, blamed her mental health, called everybody bitches, and girl, let's get the fuck into it. Let's go ahead and get into it. So somebody says, in case y'all thought I was exaggerating, here's a clip of Chika saying she would have tried to kill herself if she hadn't called T.I. and Tiny grandbaby and daughter bastards and whores on Twitter. So let's go ahead and get into this. I would say trigger warning, but listen, that's a whole other conversation because I feel some ways about that. Let's go ahead and get into it.
And say that I don't think that what I did was wrong. I think that what I said was mean, and I think that I meant to be mean in those moments.
Hold the fuck up. Hold the fuck. No. Hold the fuck up. Hold the fuck up. I know this bitch not laughing. I know this bitch is not doubling down and laughing and saying this shit and just like. And y'all got the nerves to be defending this bitch. Watch your words. Watch your words. Calling her fat or dark skin could be. Mind you, because I know it's some slow bitches in the back. I'm not advocating that those are the words that you should be using when you're talking about people, okay? Because you can easily insult somebody without immediately jumping to the physical. But baby, it is what the fuck it is. Whether we insult in the mental, the emotional, the sexual, or the physical, it's still an insult. And it's meant to sting. Get your trauma out the room. Get your trauma out the room. This ain't about the colorism you dealt with or the fat phobia you dealt with. And that is my whole entire fucking point. Chika had a colorful list of words. So please don't go trying to police everybody and they colorful list of words back. Especially when this bitch is doubling down and like, oh no, I meant to say what I said. No, because I hate when y'all do all of that shit. And again, I'm not advocating that that's what people start saying and oh, you nigger and oh, you dark skin. But I'm not saying that's how people should argue in this, that, and the third. But what we not going to do is continue to hide behind these trigger words and these oppression Olympics and try to hide behind these things to evade accountability. We're going to stop doing that. Because in the case in which you're still defending this bitch and trying to police everybody else's words, you're doing exactly what she continues to do, which is be a fucking terrorist to the general fucking public in the music industry and then hide behind her mental health or hide behind her being a dark-skinned fat black woman. You don't get to go around terrorizing the world because of your journey and because of what you've been through. You don't. And I'm not just talking to people that look like her or that are in her position. No, I'm talking to everyone because the black community has a bad habit of doing that, period. And that's a whole deep dive conversation for another video. Let's go ahead and get back to this, child. Y'all want my opinion? Here we go.
Right now, let's
start from the beginning
and say that I don't think that what I did was wrong. I think that what I said was mean, and I think that I meant to be mean in those moments because I was like, if I don't let all of this anger and rage out right now and say that I don't think that what I did was wrong. I think that what I said was mean, and I think that I meant to be mean in those moments because I was like, if I don't let all of this anger and rage out right now, I'm going to literally have another panic attack on this plane, land at my connecting flight, and do what the fuck I did last year, which was get off that flight, find the highest point in the building, look down, and be like, I'm going to fucking do it. I'm going to jump. Because that's what the fuck happens in manic episodes. You get crazy, and you're like, you know what? I could just not be here. I could just not be here. And instead of that, I was like, let me let this shit out. Let me say what I'm feeling, so that I can actually externalize, connect myself, and say.
Just one more time, because I need y'all to hear what the fuck she's saying. Because I'm about to have some choice words, and I need you to understand where I'm coming from. So just say it one last time.
I don't think that what I did was wrong. I think that what I said was mean, and I think that I meant to be mean in those moments because I was like, if I don't let all of this anger and rage out right now, I'm going to literally have another panic attack on this plane, land at my connecting flight, and do what the fuck I did last year, which was get off that flight, find the highest point in the building, look down, and be like, I'm going to fucking do it. I'm going to jump. Because that's what the fuck happens in manic episodes. You get crazy, and you're like, you know what? I could just not be here. I could just not be here. And instead of that, I was like, let me let this shit out. Let me say what I'm feeling, so that I can actually externalize.
She should have jumped. See, what makes doing these commentary videos so hard is that, especially for me, right, as somebody who loves doing entertainment, but also has a very spiritual side, and then when you think about Hollywood and how it's so evil and corrupted, and you hear about everything that's going on and this, that, and the third, for a lot of years, I struggled with once in a music career, once in a career in Hollywood, once in to be an entertainer, but then also my faith. You know, everything I believed in and spirituality and all of that. And like, especially within the last couple of years, it's been like, how do I combine those two worlds, right? How do I combine those two worlds? Like, when technically they're so drastically different. It's like you're ratchet and then you're righteous. And it's just like, you know, the ratchet can't understand the righteous, and the righteous might be judgmental of the ratchet. And it's just like, but then I realized that for me personally, I was meant to come back so that I could blend the two in order to try and restore faith, in order to try and restore some type of humanity and get people to kind of see the light, or just because when you look at Chika, she looks like she's unhappy. And if we take it a step further, because we can really, really be fucking real. Y'all can yell fat phobia all goddamn day. And y'all can even get mad at me when I call a bitch a fat bitch. Oh, pot calling kettle black. No. Because you can look at somebody and tell how much they love themselves. And a lot of y'all don't want to hear that. A lot of y'all do not want to hear that because you feel like somebody attacking you. You feel like somebody is ripping you to shreds. You feel like somebody coming for you. And you know what? At this point in 2023, bitch, we are. Let's bring shame and accountability the fuck back, okay? Because this whole pacifying, this whole, oh, we just going to slap a Band-Aid on it and act like nothing happened and there's water under the bridge. That's how we get the shit like this. That's how we get the shit like this. And that's exactly why I said, oh, you wanted to go to the airport to your connecting flight and you thought about jumping with them. Maybe you should have. Maybe you should have. Because how much longer is somebody like me that calls themselves spiritual, somebody that believes in all people and this, that, and the third, but then at the same time believes in the duality of life and that there's good and bad and evil and all in between? How much longer do people like myself keep being the butt of the joke? Right? The butt of the joke, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. Like, how much longer do people like me keep praying for people like you? How much longer do people like me sit and say, oh, God will help. Oh, one day they'll seek therapy, this, that, and the third? No, bitch, you do not get to go around terrorizing motherfuckers because of what the fuck you've been through. And I'm sorry. It may not be the most PC thing to say, but what we not going to do is you go around terrorizing motherfuckers and talk about suicide. Because at that point, bitch, you don't know who the fuck you done affected. You had multiple motherfucking family members come out in defense of Zanique and whoever was on that plane. We could talk up and down about the Harris family. And I'm sure that we will, because they say in the blogs every other week for a scandal. But whether it was a Harris family or somebody else, your words hurt. Words hurt. Just as affected as a motherfucker would be from me saying to somebody, oh, then jump. Oh, then go kill yourself. Then let's not even get there. Let's not even get there. But we got here because of Chika's actions. And it's unfair that her words and her actions get to keep going on while she sits back and yells mental health. While she sits back and says, oh, but I thought about suicide. Oh, but me as a dark black woman. Oh, me as a fat woman. No, bitch, fuck all of that shit. Because you didn't give a damn when you was out here terrorizing. You didn't give a damn when you was out here vocalizing how the fuck you felt, not giving a fuck about who the fuck it was affecting. Because hurt people. And you so hurt and damaged to the point where you don't even realize that you hurting other people. Matter of fact, you so hurt and damaged to the point where you realize that you hurting other people, but you don't give a fuck. So why should I give a fuck about your life now? Why? So miss me with the bullshit in the comments and, oh, don't say that. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. If I was Zanique, I would not give a fuck. If I was Zanique and I heard her response to everything, the fact that she had zero fucking remorse and did not give a fuck, and then gonna try to drag her mental health, bitch, jump. Bye, Birdie. Bye. Because them my kids you talking about. That's mine you talking about. You done tried to embarrass me to the whole goddamn world. And yeah, Zani could have kept quiet and not revealed the fact that it was her kids or her involved in this. Yeah, she could have. But let's start at the beginning. Let's go back to the beginning. We got here because of Chika's words. So let's not try to police now after and, oh, that could be your fat friend or no, bitch, this is Chika we talking about. And it's not right. It's not right. So y'all want to know how I feel about this situation? Fuck Chika. She need to go sit her fat, dark-skinned ass down and think about her actions And that's not an attack on anybody but Chika, because clearly that hurts her. And she doesn't get to go around terrorizing everybody else and making everybody else feel fucking pain with no consequences. That shit is absurd to me. That shit is fucking absurd. It's absurd to me. It's absurd to me because it's like you want to fight for everybody, especially me. I'm a humanitarian. Okay, so personally, I don't give a fuck what color you are. I don't give a fuck how big you is. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. You're a human. You're a soul. So I'm fighting for that. I'm fighting for the fact that you are human first and you have a fucking living, breathable soul. I'm fighting for that. I'm out here trying to help motherfuckers escape all of this social programming and conditioning that's been placed on us since birth. I'm working at the root level. Fuck all the low vibrational shit. But then when you have people like a Chika tweeting out low vibrational shit like this and then enraging the fucking public, and then you got people backing her up and trying to police other people from getting affected, like, when are y'all gonna wake the fuck up and realize people like Chika are violent? And people like Chika are just as violent as the people that offend them. I'm sorry. Hurt people are just as violent as the people who hurt them. You are. Because not only are you now hurt, but now you're seeking vengeance. You're seeking blood. You're seeking revenge. So you're coming for blood. And now you don't give a fuck. Because usually when somebody hurts you, it's either intentional or somebody meant to do that shit, right? Or 9 times out of 10, it could be unintentional. But like I just said, when you're hurt, now you're seeking revenge, vengeance, blood. And it's not right. It's not right. It's not right how she gets to go around and just tear shit up and then incite further violence by rallying everybody. Let me rally up all my dark-skinned girls. Let me rally up all my fat black women. Let me rally up all of my fat people. Okay, because I'm mad today and let me get them on my side. Because that's what happens. I watch this shit happen every single fucking day and I'm tired of it. And I want people to start, like, turn it on. Turn it on. Turn it the fuck on. Please turn it on. Turn it on. Turn it on. Update your operating system if you have to, but turn it on. Because I'm tired of watching these motherfuckers play y'all like a motherfucking fiddle. Don't give a damn about you. Don't give a good goddamn about you. But will manipulate oppression and manipulate all of these social justice movements for whatever the fuck it is they going through right now. Like, bitch done went around terrorizing on Twitter, and then now we want to rally in mental health awareness. We want to rally in all of the fat women, all of the dark-skinned women, and it's like, and then y'all, because y'all haven't dealt with your trauma, instantly go running to trauma bond. Then we protect black, like all of this shit is an illusion, and I'll be glad when it all fucking crumbles. And so that's just where the fuck we going to end this. We're not even going to get into it because I know some people was probably expecting the tea and what's going on with Tiny and with this person and that person. I don't give a fuck what nobody said. Let's start at the beginning. How we got here? Chika? Okay, so let's deal with her. So if I didn't say it, then it wasn't said. I'm not going to give a bunch of disclaimers. I'm not going to apologize for anything that I did say. But I'm also apologizing. I'm not apologizing for anything I didn't say. Like, if I didn't say it, then it wasn't said. So don't go putting words in my mouth. Oh, I don't care about mental health. I don't care about suicide. I don't care about dark skin women. I ain't say none of that. I said I don't care about Chika. That's what I said. Okay. So I love each and every one of y'all, except for y'all, those of y'all that try to put words in my mouth, okay? Definitely let me know down in the comment box below what you thought about this situation. Did I offer a new fucking perspective? Okay, who else is tired? Who else we noticing and recognizing the fucking bullshit? Like, are y'all fed up and tired too? Because I'm tired. Tired. Okay? And it's not even just with social justice shit. Like, it's with every fucking thing. Like, I say it all the time. How are y'all not tired? Like, I'm 30 years old and we still talking about how men ain't shit. We still having these same fucking beauty salon conversations about men are dogs and this, that, and the third. And then a woman being submit. Like, y'all not tired. Y'all not tired. Y'all not tired. Because as much as y'all are claiming black excellence and black girl magic and protect black women, then why y'all ain't helping to uplift each other? Huh? Because we're not going to sit and act like colorism ain't a thing. It most definitely is. We're not going to sit and act like black women ain't disrespected, because they most definitely are. Even though y'all be forgetting to include black trans women, but conversation for another day. We're not going to sit and act like those aren't real things and real movements. Like, we're not going to do that. But what we are going to do is start calling the shit the fuck out, because we can yell protect black women. We can yell about fat phobia. We can yell about all of these good goddamn things that's out there, that's happening. But if we know that it's out there happening, and if it's so many people that's affected and offended by these situations that's happening, why don't y'all rally together to support each other the same way that y'all do for some bullshit like trying to cancel B. Simone based off of something she did not even say? Why don't y'all do that? I don't get it. But it's only 5 black, dark-skinned, fat women in America? Why don't all of y'all rally together and bring Chika on top? I don't get it. Like, this video could go 1,000 different ways, but listen, let me just shut the fuck up now. Until the next one, okay? Listen, if I did not say it, then it wasn't said, okay? I love everybody. Everybody should be treated like humans, and that's why I'm going to stand at the end of the day. Everybody needs to be treated like humans, except for people like Chika. Fuck that bitch. Let me know how you felt down in the comment box below. Goodbye.
Baby, we don't have time to waste. I'm trying to take it to life.